stuck in a snowdrift here.
It's quite the drift.
On this episode of Ice Vikings.
Yeah, late February, early March is just, it's crap. It can just be the worst.
This is dynamite for getting stuck, eh?
Oh, you couldn't get better.
Everything's stuck because it's mild out. I just don't get it though. Like, this is how we're gonna fish for 50 more days?
Jesus, look at the slush. I can't believe it.
I mean, it's tens of thousands of dollars coming in and out all the time. It gets crazy.
You gotta be a little crazy to do this. We got 2 months now to make hay and we gotta do it. Woo!
There's feet and feet and feet of snow and minus 50 today.
It is worth it if you're catching fish.
You gotta get nets and take fish.
That's the smell of money, baby.
There is a risk every time we go out.
If you fell in, I don't think you have a hope in hell's getting up.
Plan today is just get out there, lift some nets, come in with fish, get home, keep everything running. I'll be more than happy with that.
At the Christensen compound at the Narrows, Trevor's team unloads his narrow gauge bomber. There are 4 weeks left to fish. The ice is thick and the snow is deep, so they need the large auger to reach their nets. The goal today is to fill the bomber to capacity with fish. Trevor has bills to pay at month's end.
I need some days of actual production because it does feel like I'm falling behind, and like that sense of just breaking even is kind of there. Like you get so much money in one hand, out the other, and like not chump change. I mean, it's tens of thousands of dollars coming in and out all the time. It gets crazy. You got to keep the operation rolling one way or the other.
All the breakdowns they've been having this season are costing Trevor a lot of time and money. He needs to start fishing.
We're in trouble now.
That's her?
Yeah, that's her.
Okay, I'll give her some more here then.
Okay, I mean, it'll get us there.
Yeah, but
It's not enough.
in 10 seconds I'll have her rolling here.
Sounds good.
Kevin has spent the weekend repairing the throttle cable, but it keeps breaking. The cable is linked to the gas pedal, and if it doesn't work, the bomber isn't going anywhere.
Cable for the throttle. We lost our power, and so it just came loose, so it's just got to be retightened, and we can get back out there.
I hope that's what it is.
I figured, Dan. You want that duct tape?
I got it here.
Oh, you've got some.
It.
Okay.
If they can't fix the issue, there's no way to get to Trevor's nets. Out in the middle of the lake, you have to repair things any way you can to keep the day going.
Hey, give her some throttle there?
Okay, yes, sir.
Nothing.
No, it's just tight, that's all. That's wide open there. That's wide open.
Okay, I'm gonna put this hose clamp on there. When we finally get to the nets,
Yeah, it'll work.
then I'll mess with this.
It'll work.
There we go.
Yeah?
I don't know, give it a try. Okay, well, away we go.
Kevin manages to rig up a temporary fix for the cable, but it looks like the troubles are far from over.
I don't want to do this today.
Everything's running like because it's mild out. Everything's stuck because it's mild out.
Out in Hecla, it's a balmy minus 5 degrees Celsius today. Mike and Justin are only at their first hole and already running into issues. Mike has to change the oil on their sleigh auger to get it running.
Constant screwing around. As soon as you pick up more water, it starts going sideways.
Yeah, every time.
Well, I'm going to say that's just enough oil for today. Now we picked up quota. The last thing
We want
I
to
want
do
in
is
is these small nets. So, again, out we come.
Another quota means Mike and Justin have more fish to catch. They've added an extra 9,000 kilograms to their season, with only a month of fishing left. They can't afford any more setbacks.
You basically
are being switched again.
blew the entire year's profit on buying this quota, so it needs to be caught.
It's not only paid, but we got to catch it, and you're not going to catch it getting 1 tub of pickerel and a couple tubs of tulipy.
No.
They have smaller nets in to target tulipy for a client, but the tulipy has dropped off in the area. They now have to switch out the nets and scramble to fill both quotas as fast as possible.
We own the quota basically till the end of March, so if we don't fish it, that's our problem. The fisher that we rented the quotas off, they already got paid, so they don't care what we do. They won't care if we caught 1 fish or all the fish. The ball's in our court 100% now.
Mike and Justin are out of pocket. They pay up front to take over another fisherman's quota. But money is not the only concern today. The milder weather along with the record amount of snow is a recipe for a new kind of trouble.
Yesterday was the real eye-opener when the bombardier got stuck twice, and then today we got stuck once this morning. Once we get stuck and it's in the slush, the old Bearcat's not going to be able to give it a tug anymore.
Come on, baby. Don't get stuck, you bastard. Come on. Don't sink, don't sink.
What? I'm probably stuck here now.
I'm just going to assume he's going to get stuck. And there it goes. I can tell when the bomber sits like this, get the tow strap out.
Even bombers are no match for this amount of sticky snow. The tracks keep spinning out and the bomber is completely stuck. Mike and Justin are 8 kilometers from shore with no one around to tow them out.
I don't know what he thinks it's going to just back up.
Ah, you son of a...
This is so irritating. I just don't get it though. Like, this is how we're going to fish for 50 more days?
We got the shovel, Mike?
Yeah, it's in the sleigh.
Christ, it was just frozen. She'd catch it. Oh, Christ.
Back on Moonlight Bay, Richard and Mike are hoping to retrieve a net that keeps freezing to the ice.
Yeah, yesterday I pulled it with the skidoo a couple times, snapped, tried the bomber, and not much either. We'll see what we can do. Even if we get half of the net, just get the fish out and get the net out so it's not fishing. That's the main thing.
Just still not getting it. We'll watch what. I'll prime it. God, right.
That's ice.
She's deep. Right to the end, eh? 4 feet of ice plus the snow. Oh, God, wait.
The ice is extremely thick under all that snow. They're struggling to drill through it with only their hand auger.
Anything?
Nothing here. Holy Christ. She's right in a line. It might be way over. The current might have moved her.
Getting the gas.
What the hell is going on?
They've got to keep drilling holes to locate the spot where the net is frozen in. But the hand auger isn't cooperating.
Yeah. Okay, try it now. Jeez. Otherwise, we're going to have to use the big one.
That's going to take forever.
Oh, the button for the choke snapped off. That was yesterday. We all had it on full choke. Now, I guess, I don't know. Let's see if I can get it in there.
I poke it with some.
Yeah.
There, I got it.
Nothing here.
You have to drill a whole bunch of holes.
Yeah, correct.
Could drill another 10 holes, and it's in the one spot probably, and that's it. With our luck, we're probably right beside it, and we can't. Like a needle in a haystack.
The hand auger has completely quit on them. Richard and Mike have no choice but to use the larger auger on the back of the bomber.
Oh. No, I just bend the whole bar.
She's frozen in there solid.
But it's not looking good either. The constant fluctuation between warm and cold temperatures has caused ice on the auger to melt and freeze up again, cementing it in place.
I bent it.
Bent her right on the edge.
I know. Bent the whole thing already.
Christ. Right.
No, she's not going.
No, she's frozen solid. I have to get the
sledgehammer
back at home. And
it's frozen on the back there, and we can't. I tried to pry it open, but just can't do it.
Then tomorrow we'll have the good torch and the good shovel.
With 2 useless augers and the wind picking up, Richard and Mike make the call to leave the frozen net until tomorrow.
It's not worth it. Some days when it's like this, it's not worth it.
Okay, let's get her hooked up and then figure it out. I know, it's... Hold on, I know what you gotta do. You usually gotta bust every little thing here loose.
We're gonna have to put the strap on.
Strap's fine, yeah, where's that tow strap?
Back at the Narrows, Trevor's caboose froze to the ice overnight. They'll use the power of the bombardier to break it free.
I've never been out here when we've had an issue with it.
What'd you do?
Nothing. I pressed auto throttle on. All I did was turn this on.
The generator keeps stalling out. Without it, the caboose is useless, and they'll have to make an on-ice repair. With every delay, precious daylight is lost.
I know you all say, oh, we're burning daylight here, but it's true. Like you have almost no time to actually work. It takes so much time to get out here and do anything. And before you actually touch a fish, it's like 10 o'clock. Every day it seems like you have a few hours of actual work, and it's mostly just around and stuff.
Did you check the oil on this? Just for the giggles?
I'll check that 20 amp fuse too.
Holy.
Ooh. It's a little watery.
Oh yeah, it's full of gas. That's our issue.
So Kevin suspects maybe the float switch in the carb is stuck, and that's causing gas to get into the oil. Yeah, and we got to drain the oil and change it.
Put the fresh oil in. That's
the issue.
Where's the drain?
It's underneath here, if I remember, and this thing's all bolted down.
Men and tools will be put to the test now. The generator will have to be unbolted and moved in order to drain the oil.
Well, we've had trouble with everything else this season, so why not with the lifting caboose? It's been a tough day so far, but you have to keep a positive attitude too, right? Because otherwise it just beats you down and it gets so discouraging that you want to do it. So I could even just press this
on there. You can take the ratchet.
Yeah.
And I'll take the wrench, huh? Yeah.
Oh, just smashed me in the nose.
Ow.
Oh, my nose hurts. Wrench fell right on my nose.
Back at the Narrows, while attempting to get the generator running again, Trevor accidentally knocked a ratchet into his face.
Oh, your nose is bleeding too?
Mine is.
A little bit. Nothing major.
Nothing crazy,
A small leak.
Oh, I'm not worried.
Did you get a ratchet in the face? Or?
Yeah, I pulled it onto myself as I was pulling myself under.
Yeah, it doesn't take much when it's cold, eh? Just a little tap.
It's a faucet, yeah. Like this is a winter desert. Stuff hurts. There's no moisture, it's dry, it's cold, it stings a little more. I try to stay positive, so even when stuff like this happens, you have to kind of roll with the punch, you know, the metaphorical and literal punches.
If they can't get the generator fixed, the lifting caboose won't work. They either have to fish by hand or call it a day.
So we did a complete oil change on the lake, which is a first for me. Every time I have to deal with something new like that, you know, you have a better sense of being out here and what it really takes to fish a full commercial winter fishing season on Lake Winnipeg.
After performing a complete oil change in the biting wind and losing an hour of precious daylight, the generator is finally running again. But now there's another issue. A thick layer of ice is formed on the lifter. It needs to be chiseled off so it doesn't rip the nets.
Oh man, that's not coming off. I want to just keep the day going and get home with a good load of fish. And I have a lot to do, I have a lot to catch, and I have a lot of customer demand right now. So in my mind, aside from everything else, it's business as usual. It just keep going, keep doing what I'm doing, and I will succeed.
With the ice chipped off the lifting gear, Trevor's team gets down to work.
Coming in? Is it warm in there?
It's beautiful in there. You're going to love it. Lots of fish too.
It's taken until lunchtime to get started. The good news is, there's lots of fish.
As soon as I was in here alone picking, I'm like, this is great. I get to just pick fish right now.
Here you just sank like a stone. Well, because it's running like it's too hot out. Well, I guess. Well, unhook this.
In Hecla, Mike and Justin need to start fishing their new quota. But the snow is melting quickly, and it's impossible to drive the bomber a few feet without getting hung up.
Mike's towing service is here.
Yeah, you got the snowmobile to tow the bombardier out? This is just stupid already. So you ready to get some whiplash?
I've done this so many times, it's not even funny. It's like riding a Bronco. I've never ridden one, but I assume from what I watch on TV, I look like that guy on the horse or the bull.
I've popped up like 10 feet. I thought you were gonna fly right over the...
You know, the first time the bull bucks and then the guy goes right over the bull forward, over the windshield.
Well, why didn't you try?
I did. I just did on a sled. Wear knee pads next time we come fishing. So I smashed my knee. You jerk that snowmobile so hard, your knees smash into the cowling. It's not meant for that. Yeah, you can use it to get things unstuck, but pulling a bombardier, like, come on. Reality check, it's a snowmobile.
There's a 1,400 kilogram difference between a snowmobile and a bomber. It's impressive that they're managing to pull the bomber out with the sled, but they are guzzling gas while doing it.
The bombardier is just spinning all the time, same with the snowmobile. So you're drinking the fuel. These things are just drinking it. We need to make sure that every net in the water is producing every single lift for the rest of the season.
What am I trying to do here? Or am I going to try just yank it over the
You're going to try and rip the hitch right off, so we call it a day.
The boys are cracking jokes, but it's clear this David and Goliath dance is wearing them down.
Oh, I'm so sick of this. I'm leaving. I'm
You
walking
get stuck again.
I'm walking to shore if I get
Just
stuck.
leave it till tomorrow. I'm not towing out anymore.
But the reality is, Mike and Justin can't pack it in. They're now financially tied to this daily grind until